Hi, I'm Joe Young, manager for the Village of Oxford, and we're bringing you today the Daybreak show. I'm being solo flying here today. Debbie Uran, our chamber president, and Joe Frost, our DDA executive director, couldn't be here today, but I didn't want to miss the opportunity to share with you the many different things going on and happenings in Oxford these upcoming few weeks. So you bear with me, and I'll try to keep it lively and interesting as possible. Normally with Joe and Debbie here, I know it's quite interesting for show, so we'll give it our best shot here. But this past week, we had the two big events. The Chamber of Commerce had their Women's Expo at Boulder Point. It was a huge success. Several hundred patrons showed up and had a great time with the vendor displays and activities that were going on at that time. And then, of course, that Scarecrow Festival was on October 10th. A huge event with a beautiful day, lots of activities going on in the park. And the local leader this week, you can see the winners of the Scarecrow Festival, which included our own local fire department, the Oxford Township Fire Department, with their Scaredy Cat Scarecrow, which is really cute. And then Williams Art Glass won for their Poison Ivy Scarecrow. And then our Chili Cook-Off Award winners, the People's Choice was Sullivan's Public House. We won it for the second year in a row, and they've got the Crow Award to crow about their chili recipe. And the People's Choice went to the Ox Bar restaurant. So we had four restaurants competing this year, the Oxford Tap and Witches, as well as the two winners, the Ox Bar and Sullivan's Public House. So I want to thank them, congratulate them for making it a special day. I also want to thank Oxford Farm and Garden for their contribution to the Scarecrow Festival with contributing the inflatable obstacle course and providing the rides on the miniature train. Also Genesis Credit Union and Oxford Bank for their sponsorship, along with the Levy Corporation for their financial contributions and participation. Oxford Bank was having free popcorn and also providing masks. You can make your own mask that day. It was really a fun time for everyone. Ackett's Pie with their pie eating contest was a big hit. We also had Isla Wild Coffee. They're providing refreshments and coupons, along with the Oxford United Methodist Church, giving free donuts and coffee and hot chocolate. So that was awesome. The Oxford Animal Clinic of Oxford Mills was present, and they had a pet adoption going on that day as well. And of course, the Oxford Chamber was involved with the DDA and the Village of Oxford, our DPW staff, and everyone who participated. I want to thank everyone for a beautiful day. We had a great time and look forward to next year. Now, next year, give you a heads up, we're looking to have it be the first Saturday of October. So just to give you a year's advance notice, we're looking to move it up a week. So it'll be the first Saturday in October, which is also the first Saturday is our Christmas parade, which the Friday night is our soup and sweet stroll. And then our Celebrate Oxford Lone Ranger Festival has always been the first Saturday in August. So we're trying to shoot for the first Saturdays of the months that are going on. But lots happening in the Chamber of Commerce. Since Deb's not here, there's lots of activities. They've got the Mix and Mingle coming up October 29th. That's a Thursday evening at the Oxford Tap. That's from 5 to 7 p.m. Again, that's a Mix and Mingle, the Oxford Tap or the Chamber. We have a Coffee Connect on Tuesday, November 3rd. It's 8 a.m., which, by the way, that's going to be at Goddard School. That's a Coffee Connect. That Tuesday, November 3rd, is also an election day. Not a lot on the ballot, but there's some things on the ballot, so you can go vote or go get the Coffee Connect and then go vote and go on and into your work or whatever activity you had but that day. November 5th, they have the Fall Fashion Show, which is at Boulder Point. There are tickets available. That's at 5 to 8 p.m. that evening. Again, that's a Thursday, November 5th. And then on November 9th at Boulder Point, there's a breakfast at 8:30 where our state representative, Brad Jacobson, will be there present. So that's November 9th, 8:30 a.m., Brad Jacobson, the Chamber of Commerce at Independence Village. So we got a lot of things going on with our chamber. Also some other events coming up on October 24th. We have the Jack-O-Lantern Jamboree. That's this Parks and Rec sponsored event. It starts at 11 a.m. It's at Oakwood Lake Park. You need to be there on time. Be sure to get hold of Parks and Rec on that. And also that day, October 24th, that Saturday at 6:12 p.m. at dusk, there's going to be a zombie run sponsored by the Pollyant Trail Council. So that's a fun event down on Lake Orion. This will be the second year they've had the zombie run, and they're going to have an obstacle course kind of thing. This time they make it a little more interesting, each time making it better each year. And then that following Wednesday, October 28th, we have the Girlfriends Walk, our twice-a-year event. It starts at Centennial Park. There's several businesses involved. We have a shuttle going down to the White House Village shops and all the downtown businesses. That's from 5 to 9 p.m. on Wednesday, October 28th. You're asked to bring personal items for donating to Love Inc. For their program, for the mission program. So be sure to take that in. I mentioned on the 29th, we've got the Oxford Tap Mix and Mingle. We have a fall fashion show that I mentioned November 5th. I also just want to make sure you remind you again about the Soup and Sweet Stroll coming up on that Friday, December 4th, and the parade on December 5th. So lots of activities going on. Other activities every week we have for those seniors and others who are interested in bingo and euchre. Wednesday and Fridays from noon to 3 we have bingo at the Village Community Room. That's Wednesdays and Fridays. And on Thursdays from noon to 2:30 they have euchre. So if you're interested in participating in those events, they're at the Village office. So good things to take advantage of and look forward to. So I mentioned the DDA and their activities. We've got some opportunities on their various boards and committees. If you're interested, as well as the chamber, that you're interested in being involved, we have the promotions committee, the organization, promotions, design, and economic restructuring or economic development committees. So if you're interested in being involved in any committees or helping with the chamber on their events, and of course Parks and Rec, I'm sure they always need help too, be sure to stop in and see them. And all of those entities are at one location, right at 22 West Burdick at the police department. You have the DDA office, you have the Chamber of Commerce office, you have the Parks and Rec office, you have the Village office, and of course the police department. So come on down and check out what's going on and keep you in the know. So we'll take a break here a minute and we'll be back with some more updates for you. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Elgin Nichols.
And I'm Dave Kenny.
Together we host OCTV program Minutes by Minute, where we search for the funny side of local politics.
Among other things, Oxford, where has all the money gone? Do you think we can find humor in that? If it's there, Elgin and I are sure to flush it out. Sometimes you just have to hunt.
Learn more by watching Minutes by Minute on Charter Cable 191 or AT&T Channel 99. We air Monday through Friday, 11:30 a.m. and again at 10 o'clock p.m. And by the way, you can also find our show on our computer website, occtv.org, and again on YouTube.
Minutes by Minutes, we keep up with the latest local politics. See if you agree with us that there is humor.
OCTV, where your news is closer to home.
Welcome back to Daybreak. Joe Young here, manager for the Village, and sharing with you things going on. And one new thing happened this week. We had a dedication of an Operation Medicine Cabinet. It's through Oakland County. Our Oakland County Sheriff Michael Bouchard was present, along with our Village Police Chief Michael Niemanowski and Kevin Wisely from Genesis to dedicate this Operation Medicine Cabinet. It's a unit that's in the cabinet in the police dispatch lobby where you can dispose of prescription drugs in a safe manner where they will incinerate them rather than have them be, if you flush them down the toilet, they go into the environment, and that's not a healthy thing. It's also a safe way to keep, expired medicines out of, hands of our children who sometimes may not realize what the dangers they're getting into. So it's a dual purpose, as the Sheriff Bouchard pointed out. It keeps those prescription medicines secured and disposed of properly. So that's a unit that's at the Village Dispatch Center at 22 West Burdick, available 24 hours a day. can come in and dispose of your expired prescription medication. So I want to make sure you're aware of that. The other thing on a business development standpoint, I want to share with you, we've got a number of things going on in the village. We've got 2 microbreweries being planned for next spring, and a third one that's likely to be pursued too, where they'd consider another production facility. That's being considered. So next spring we might have 2 or 3 microbrewery business developments taking place. So I want to make sure you're aware, and that's still ongoing. We also have currently under remodeling the Brain Balance Achievement Center, which is where HealthQuest used to be at 51 South Washington. They're expected to be opening up here in the next few weeks. And along with that, the Lori's Pet Paradise is relocating to 24 South Washington. They'll be right on M24 now. And they're looking to be open by the end of this one, so in the next couple of weeks, end of this month. We got some new businesses happening. Villa de Gucci is remodeling to go across the street. So they'll be, I believe, at 29 North Washington. So they'll be looking to move there as soon as they get their renovation work done. We also have some major development projects underway in various phases. One is with Dave Weckel. He's looking to build 2 to 3 story office and retail condo units on the DDA property at East Burdick Street. We're looking forward to getting that development agreement in place and getting that construction going, where we could look at retail and office on the 1st and 2nd floor, and then if there's a 3rd floor, he could have condos right downtown. He's got 3 buildings on his initial site plan that's being considered, 2 of which are on the DDA lot. And for that, he's going to be building a 58-space parking lot, paved parking lot with drainage right adjacent to that development, which will be owned by the DDA, pursuant to the development agreement. So we're excited to see and get that project moving forward. We also have a major housing development project underway. That's the purchase agreement is in place. For our 98 Glassby property, we have 3.5 acres there that's zoned residential, and the developer, Chuck Schneider, is looking to build 5 buildings with 77 condominium units where you could lease or lease with option or buy 1,200 square foot units. There'd be 77 in total. There'd be, as I mentioned, 5 different buildings phases. So it's an exciting development, looking to blend right in with the park there, of course, Scripter Park, and tie into the Pollyant Trail. And of course, it's only right behind Marketplace and just 2-3 blocks from downtown. So these will be some very nice housing units to provide for singles and seniors and anyone else interested in a condominium type setting, and that's being developed and pursued. So we look forward to that coming up the next year, as well as Dave Weckel's project. So we've got some exciting things going on in town. We also have another business coming. I want to mention to you, it's called Honest to Goodness Breakfast and Smoothies. And it's a new business they're looking to locate at 53 South Washington, which is between the Brain Balance, where HealthQuest used to be, Achievement Center, and the Michigan Eye Clinic. So they're looking, there's a new unit being built in there in the middle, and they're looking to have breakfast at 7 a.m. to 3, and then smoothies from 3 on, of course, during the day till 7 is their plan. Amy Harrison and her husband Scott are looking to bring that business development here to Oxford. So we're excited about that prospect as well. We also, as mentioned before, about the Oxford Tap is continue to pursue their development and expansion, going to the upper level and expanding their patio area. And so we got lots of good things happening in our community. Look forward to both commercial and residential. So lots of exciting things happening, going on for us there. From a development standpoint, the village is also in the process of updating our master plan. It's a 5-year update of our master plan that lays out what we might envision this village to develop over the next 5 years, or really 5 to 20 years, but we review it every 5 years. We have a committee put together now of about 10 people, including representatives from the school and Parks and Recreation, the business community. Of course, the Planning Commission and the DDA to put together a plan that could be public hearing scheduled with the Planning Commission, and then the Planning Commission would recommend the plan and approve the plan to the Village Council. They would address development issues such as what we're seeing here today of expanding the downtown area and looking at more development like our microbreweries. Certainly that's something we hadn't anticipated when this plan, because they weren't as such a hot item as they are now. So all those kinds of things, along with roads and parks and other improvements. So if you'd like to have input or be involved, just give us a call or stop down at the Village. Our phone number is 248-628-2543, 628-2543. And as we mentioned previously, we have lots of boards and commissions. They're always looking for help and involvement. Of course, we always have our council meetings the second Tuesday every month at 6:30 p.m. So you're interested to see what's going on, what's happening, and have the opportunity to speak on camera like we are here. Come on down to that second Tuesday. Our next meeting, I believe, is November 10th. So that's which time we'll be presenting our annual audit. So once a year we get an audit as required by state law, and we're happy to have that accomplished. It's looking financially very favorable for the village. We're improving and increasing our fund balance. We're close to the $500,000 level, which is about 25% of our expenses. So we're in good financial, stable condition. So we're happy about that, and continue to maintain our level of services. So I want to thank you for that. And we'll come back in just a few minutes with a couple other updates and go from there. Thank you very much.
Your local business.
Your police department.
Your local business.
Your Village of Oxford.
The schools. Your parks and recreation.
Your community.
Your community.
Only on OC TV.
Welcome back to Daybreak. Joe Young here to wrap up our session for this week and share with you what's going on and happening. A lot is happening. A couple of things on the construction standpoint in the village. We do have a contract that was recently awarded to Torelson Excavating Company out of Troy to repair a sanitary sewer line off of West Burdick Street that has a belly in it, and it's caused some issues over the years, and we need to get that repaired and replaced and rerouted. So we're going to be improving, repairing and replacing and improving that flow. It's approximately a $90,000 project. I'll be undertaken this fall. So we look forward to getting that accomplished and taken care of. Along with that contract, there's some improvements on the stormwater issues on Pontiac Street. We have a couple issues when it's heavy rains where water accumulates and builds up over and goes over the curb. We have a leaching and drainage pipe, perforated pipe system over there. It doesn't go to an outfall, so it's got to normally percolate down into the ground. And we need to add a couple more catch basins and additional line to help eliminate that flooding problem, and from a safety standpoint as well when we have those heavy rains. So that project there is over $30,000 to make those repairs. There's some at towards Burdick Street, and then there's an area down by the OES, the middle school, Oxford Elementary School, that needs to be addressed. So those are projects that will be underway, going on. Speaking of projects, the hydrant flushing will be going on the next 2 weeks in the village, so you might want to keep an eye on that coming in when you're doing washing, just in case there's any issues with, when we flush the hydrants to get the rust out. Sometimes it does disturb the water and the coloration, but that's coming up the next 2 weeks, so you might want to keep an eye on that and be aware of that. I want to go back a minute to some development issues and opportunities that the village is pursuing through Oakland County with the One Stop Ready program. It's a program we've been in for 3 years now to help streamline and facilitate our development process so that it's easier and clear on when businesses come in and want to build new buildings and businesses to get through the process and meet all the requirements and safety requirements of the state and the code. But we also have an opportunity for selling what we have here in Oxford to other investors and developers. And that's on Friday, October 30th at Oakland County. They're having a showcase, and the Village of Oxford will be there trying to sell promote some of our properties downtown, including the property where the old Oakland Hotel used to be at 15 North Washington, that vacant lot where the farmer's market was, just past the museum. Joe Frost, the executive director of DDA, and I will be there trying to promote development of that property. It would be great to get the replica of the hotel building and get a hotel too, which would be great. And so we have a couple other properties that we're going to be promoting at that event. It's with several other communities. They have a number of developers planning to attend that session, including Argana Properties and Friedman Group. The Michigan State Housing Development Authority will be there. They've got probably 20 different developers and investors looking for opportunities. So we're going to be promoting what we can and available for development both in the village and the township. The village work very closely together on development because it benefits all the parties concerned. As the village grows, so does the township grow, because we're all in this together. So speaking of the township and working together, I did want to compliment and thank Sports Roofing. They're out of Lake Orion. They are currently, right at this moment, finishing up roofing our gazebo at Centennial Park. Bill Dunn, our township supervisor, and also on the DDA, noticed at a Scarecrow Festival that our roof was needing replacement on the gazebo, and he made arrangements with Sports Roofing to donate the time, the labor, for replacing that roof. So I might want to check that out. You can go by and keep Sports Roofing in mind, and if you have any roofing needs. So I want to thank both Sports and Bill Dunn for that improvement in our park area. So we've got lots going on in Oxford, and I just want to remind you about the upcoming events with the Chamber of Commerce, with Parks and Rec, and October 24th with our Jack-o'-lantern Jamboree, our Zombie Run. October 28th is the Girlfriends Walk on Wednesday. We have the Chamber Mix and Mingles and breakfast and speakers coming up in October and November. So be sure to give them a call. Their chamber phone number, by the way, is 248-628-0410, 628-0410. And the DDA office, if you want to get a hold of them, Joe Frost, his number is 248-770-8587. And of course, the village office is a 248-628-2543, 628-2543. So lots going on, lots of opportunities to be involved, and I want to thank everyone for being with us today. Next time, I hope we have some more people with us to keep the interaction going a little more interesting, and of course, get their insight and input too on things happening. But so I want to thank you for being here this week. And we're going to call it a wrap today, all right? Thank you.
OCTV is our community.
Welcome to your weekly calendar of events, where we feature your weekly calendar of local Oxford and Addison community events, including charity special fundraisers and general community information. Now, if you or your organization would like help to get your message out to the public, contact us for detailed information at our studio phone number at 248-628-9658. Or you can just go to our website, occtv.org. The Oxford Public Library has all kinds of activities and events going on each and every month. Events for adults and events for children. To check it out, go to their website, miopl.org, and click on events. Then a calendar of events will show, and there you will find a listing of fun and educational programs for the month. If you're in need of alterations or repairs of your clothing, please check out the Sisters of Mount Tabor in Ortonville. The Sisters can take care of your sewing needs at a very reasonable price, and for information just call 248-627-4355. But be aware, the good sisters have a large portion of their day spent in prayer, so if no one answers, please return the call. Would you like to know more about what benefits the Oxford Chamber of Commerce could have for your business? If you have been thinking about becoming a member of this great community organization, you can learn more by going to their website at oxfordchamber.net or by phoning 248-628-0410 and talking to the Chamber Director. October 19th through October 30th, visit the Oxford Public Library to vote for your favorite Halloween pumpkin. The pumpkins are carved by staff and will be located in the Adult Services area of the library at Pontiac Street in Oxford. All votes will go into a drawing and a chance to win a pumpkin pie. Sounds good, huh? October 22nd, 6:30 to 9:30 at the Addison Oaks Conference Center, the Friends of Addison Township Public Library will hold their annual Friends Flavor Test Silent Auction and Wine Tasting. Remember the great time that you had last year? Well, it's here again. Tickets are now available at the Addison Township Library building at 1400 Rochester Road in Lakeville for only $30 per person. Tickets include a buffet dinner, desserts, and coffee. For more information, call 248-628-7180. October 24th, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m., American Legion Post 108 East Drainer Road in Oxford is hosting a gun show. Admission is only $5 for adults, $2 ages 13 through 18, and free for ages 12 and under. Food and refreshments will be available at 11 a.m. All firearms entering and leaving the building must be cased and inspected. State and federal fire laws are to be obeyed. If you have a local business, or if you're a local resident, or if you represent an organization wishing to show your support for our local Oxford schools, sports, music concerts, or any of the many programs broadcast by our TV station, you could become a sponsor or an underwriter on OCTV. A promotional television spot would be created just for you and recognition given to you by our sports announcers during the special event. It's easy and it's inexpensive. For more information, contact our TV station manager, Bill Service, at 248-628-9658, or you can send a message of interest to Bill's email address at manager@occtv.org. Now, we at Oxford Community TV would like our television viewing public to learn more about your club or organization's special upcoming event or charity. So, if you would like to get your event mentioned on our television show, just call us at 248-628-9658, or you can go to our website at occtv.org. Just one final reminder, you can locate our OCTV program schedule by going to our website at occtv.org and clicking on Schedule. There you will find a list of OCTV broadcast programs, dates, and times. And one program I highly recommend is Bill Service, who always has interesting local stories and interviews on our Community Access program. Just check it out. This is Oxford Community Television, OCTV. I'm your host, Elgin Nichols, and we invite you to join us again for the next segment of your weekly calendar of events.
A small town with a lot of heart and history. A hidden gem with a sense of community. Welcome to Leonard.